All right, seventh graders, we are moving on to day 4. Remember, after this lesson, you will have a quiz. You can use your packet for the quiz, so make sure you're writing everything down. All right, the first chunk 1 through 4 is a review. So 45% of 200. So thinking about 45% as a decimal. So we have 0.45. Remember, the word of is multiplication. 200. So take a minute, multiply those in your calculator. Hopefully you get 90. All right, moving on. I'm going to kind of go down to 3 and 4, then I'll go back to number 2. 25% of 60. So again, a very similar one. So 25%, so 0.25 of, again, multiplication, times 60, get 15. And then number 4 is a little different. 3 is what percent of 8? So 3 is what percent of 8? So this word we can do is over of. So 3 is, we don't know the percent of 8. So you should be doing 3 times 100 divided by 8, and you should get 37.5%. Okay, number 2 is a percent of change. Remember, you're thinking about increase or decrease. So small town's population went from 800 to 800 people to 450 people. So right away, I know it's a decrease. So I'm going to do a down arrow for decrease. Find the percent of change. Notice the directions say round to the nearest tenth. So let's remember that. So we have big minus small, so 800 minus 450, divided by original. So the original was 800. So 800 minus 450 is 350. Divided by original. So when you divide those, you get 4375. So the first thing I want you to do is make it a percent. So I move it 1, 2. So it'll be 43.75. To the nearest tenth, 7 is in the tenth, so that 5 would make it round up. So you have 43.8% decrease. Okay, moving on to number 5. Sam wants to buy sneakers that cost $60 for 30% off. Calculate the sale price 2 ways. So this is what we were doing yesterday. If you remember, there's 2 ways. So they cost $60, and if it's a sale price, that's getting smaller. So I'm subtracting, and I have 30%. So 30% as a decimal, 0.3 times 60. So hopefully you did 30% of 60 in your head. Got 18, which will make the sale price $42. All right, method 2. So if I get 30% off, what percent are you paying? So we're paying 70%. So thinking about 70% as the decimal, so 0.7 times 60, which is also 42. Make sure you know how to do both of those methods. Okay, number 6, use P to represent the price of the sneakers. Okay, so again, this is a markdown of 30%. So markdown of 30%. So right away, my brain goes to, well, if I get 30% off, I'm paying 70% of the price. So right there, 70% of the price. Okay, if I'm getting 30% off, I have the price minus 30% of the price, which is this one right next to it. Okay, let's flip it over. Number 7. Sorry. All right, David bought a Blackhawks jersey for $P. He marks it up 40% and resells it. How much does he sell it for? Write 2 expressions. Okay, so this time, like in the previous one, we had $60. Now we don't know. We just have P. So he's marking it up 40%. So I have the price, and I'm going to add on more because I'm making it more money. Adding on 40% of the price. So there's the first one. The second expression, well, I'm going to have them pay 100% plus 40 more percent. So they're paying 140%, paying 140%. Sorry, that's really sloppy. Perfect, so which is 1.4. So they're paying 1.4 of the price. So these are the two different expressions you should be showing. Now number 8 is similar, but this time instead of marking up, it's marking down. So it's a sale price. So we're going to do some very similar. But this time we have the price, which we're going to call it X now. And it's being marked down 28%. So I'm going to take away 28% of the price. Okay, there's method 1. Now the second one, okay, if I have 100%, and I'm marking it down 28%, what percent are we paying? So thinking about 100 minus 28, hopefully you got 72%. So the second expression, you're paying 72% of the price. All right, again, make sure you're writing everything down because this will be helpful on your quiz. All right, number 9. Brandon is buying some new glasses that cost $260. He found 2 different coupons. Which coupon saves him more money? So you can get 30% off or $30 off. Well, we need to figure out both of them. So we're going to circle which coupons first, but we need to figure out the price, the sale price for both of them. I'm going to do the coupon B first because I just think it's a little easier to do. So it's $260 and I get $30 off, so I'm just subtracting 30. So what's the price with that coupon? $230. Okay. If I get 30% off, so back to coupon A, if I get 30% off, that means I'm paying what percent? So I'm paying 70%. So let's think about 70% of the price, which is $260. Take a minute, do that math. Sale price should be $182. So coupon A is more. So explain my reasoning. Well, words and numbers. I have my numbers right there. So complete sentence. Coupon A saves more money. Because $182 is less than $230. Excellent. So again, make sure you have the math there. Make sure you have the numbers like I did right here. So see it right here? This is what I want to see on your quiz. I want to see the why. Show me, don't just say because it saved more money. I need to see this math here. All right. The last part here, just combining some like terms. So the first one, 1p minus 0.4p. Well, we have like terms. They both have the variable p, so we're just subtracting 1 minus 0.4. So 0.6p. And then the second one, we're adding. Notice how we don't have a coefficient with that first term, so I'm going to put my invisible 1. Thinking about 1 plus 0.6. 1.6p. All right, please take a minute. Make sure your notes are all filled in, days 1 through 4, and you will be starting the quiz shortly. Have a great day.